Take self-driving cars. With 4G's 50 millisecond latency, a car speeding at 100 kilometers per hour would travel nearly 1.5 meters before receiving an emergency command. 5G slashes latency to 1 millisecond, moving just 3 centimeters. The difference between a crash and a close call. Or healthcare. In 2019, Chinese doctors performed remote brain surgery using a robot controlled via 5G. Near zero latency allowed real-time precision. Imagine a surgeon in New York saving a patient in rural Africa. Then there's the smart factory. 5G connected industrial robots coordinate wirelessly. If one machine detects an error, the entire system adapts instantly. Efficiency levels impossible with cables or Wi-Fi. But challenges exist. 5G infrastructure is costly. Global investments could hit $1 trillion. Add data security concerns and radiation fears. Though the WHO states 5G frequencies are safe, public skepticism lingers. Before we wrap up, let's leap into the future. Researchers are already exploring 6G, aiming for a launch around 2030. But 5G is its critical foundation. 6G may use terahertz frequencies, hundreds of times higher than 5G. Data speeds? Potentially 1 terabit per second, downloading Netflix's entire library in a blink. But this requires breakthroughs in antenna and chipset materials. Interestingly, 5G introduces network slicing, creating virtual networks for different needs. For example, one slice for high-latency home IoT devices, another for 8K streaming. This concept will mature in the 6G era. The big question: will connectivity become like electricity, ubiquitous, reliable, and almost invisible? 5G is a giant leap toward that vision. So there you have it, the story behind 5G. Not just a number on your phone screen, but decades of engineering. From radio waves to digital revolutions, every gigahertz has a tale to tell. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit subscribe and like to support the channel, and share it with anyone craving tech insight. Imagine your home talking to the devices inside it. The AC turns on automatically when it senses your body heat. The fridge orders milk when supplies run low. Streetlights adjust brightness based on traffic density. This isn't a sci-fi movie. It's the future being built by 5G and IoT. But how does 5G relate to IoT? The answer? A symbiotic relationship. IoT needs a network that can connect billions of devices simultaneously without lag. Meanwhile, 5G is designed to handle millions of connections per square kilometer. A real-world example. In a smart factory, temperature, vibration, and pressure sensors on machines send real-time data to servers via 5G. If anomalies arise, the system alerts workers even before breakdowns occur. Here's where bot network slicing shines. 5G can split virtual networks for different priorities. For instance, one slice for factory IoT sensors needing 1 millisecond latency, and another for CCTV requiring massive bandwidth. It's like creating dedicated lanes on a highway. Emergency vehicles get priority, delivery trucks have their own route. But scalability is a challenge. By 2025, over 30 billion IoT devices are projected globally. How does 5G handle this density? One answer: edge computing. Instead of sending all data to a cloud hundreds of kilometers away, 5G processes data at the network's edge, closer to your devices. Example: security cameras with AI can detect intruders locally without uploading footage to a central server. Interestingly, 5G also enables smart grids. Imagine solar panels on your roof sharing excess energy with neighbors via 5G, or electric car chargers that automatically refuel when electricity prices drop. This isn't a fantasy. In South Korea, 5G-powered smart grid trials have reduced carbon emissions by 20%, but security remains a giant hurdle. With countless hackable IoT devices, 5G integrates military-grade encryption and AI-driven authentication. For example, your smart door lock doesn't just use a password, it verifies usage patterns. If suspicious activity occurs, like an access attempt at 3 a.m., the system blocks it instantly. Ever heard of the frequency wars? This isn't physical combat, but a battle of diplomacy and lobbying between nations. 5G spectrum is a finite resource like prime urban real estate. Countries allocate 5G frequency bands differently. For example, the US focuses on mid-band and mmWave, while Europe prioritizes low-band for rural coverage. This creates fragmentation. A 5G phone made for Europe might not work in the US due to incompatible frequencies. Then there's geopolitics. Companies like Huawei, Ericsson, and Nokia vie for dominance in 5G infrastructure. In 2019, the US banned Huawei over espionage fears. Despite lacking concrete
result, nations are divided. Some embargo Chinese tech, others embrace it. Another challenge: infrastructure in remote areas. Installing 5G towers in mountains or small islands is often economically unviable. The solution? 5G satellites. Companies like SpaceX and OneWeb are developing low-orbit satellite constellations for global 5G coverage. Imagine a village in the Amazon streaming 4K thanks to satellites orbiting 800 kilometers above Earth. But the costs are astronomical. A single 5G satellite can cost up to $50 million. Add the risk of space debris. This is why public-private collaboration is critical. In India, telecom giant Jio partners with farmers to install 5G small cells on farmlands. In exchange, farmers get data access to monitor irrigation. 5G isn't just technology, it's a canvas for rewriting the future. From invisible radio waves to the IoT revolution, every step is a civilizational leap. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit subscribe and like to support the channel, and share it with anyone craving tech insight.